So we get home after the surgery, and I'm still a little out of it because of the Versed. Well, my wife slips me a half of a pain pill that Dr. O'Daniels prescribed for me, thinking that I was in pain. And to tell you the truth, I never experienced any pain. That was the only pain pill that I took post-surgery. Some people might find that hard to believe, but the only time I experienced pain from either of those procedures was when I first started to stand up straight. There was some pulling, stretching of the skin because everything was pulled taut, real tight, which that skin had not been tight for years. And it was a whole new experience for me, a pleasant experience, by the way. But I had my wife there with me who took very good care of me. I had 2 drains in me, in my lower abdomen. They were suction drains, and they were pinned to the harness thing that they had put around me to hold my chest in tight and hold my abdomen in tight. And we had to drain those twice a day and measure the amount of drainage that was in them. And my wife did a fantastic job of that. So we started day 2 measuring my drainage. And it took about a week for the first drainage tube to come out. That was, I think, our first appointment back here was 2 days after the surgery. And then it was like 3 more days after that. So it was 5 or 7 days after the surgery, they pulled the tube, the first drain out. The second drain tube took about 3 weeks because it kind of picked up where the first one left off, and it kept draining, I think, more blood that the first one kind of kept filling over into the second drain. When Dr. O'Daniels pulled the first tube out, I never experienced any tugging, pain, or anything at all. My wife helped me through that first 3 weeks. We would take this harness off of me and the wrap that was around me, and she would help give me a shower the first couple of days, and then after a couple of days, I could give myself a shower. I had to be careful. I couldn't bend over for a couple of days. And I just took it easy. There was no going to the gym and working out or anything like that for a while. Matter of fact, I couldn't work out I didn't go back to the gym for like 6 weeks. But I did kind of hedge a little bit. I did go back to teaching. I teach home health aides at my job, and I did go back to teaching them after about a week because there's nothing strenuous about it. But my second drain didn't come out until after 3 weeks, and when we come back in after 3 weeks to have it pulled out, I did feel a little tugging, but I never felt any pain when he pulled that out. I was amazed at the depth of the drain. I had no idea that was in like almost a foot, which kind of amazed me. But with that being in that deep, not to have felt any pain, I was just amazed. Everything Dr. O'Daniels told me was going to happen during those 2 procedures was exactly what he said was going to happen, which just tells you how bright of a man he is, and how experienced of a man he is. I couldn't have done any better research when I was looking for a doctor than what I did to find Dr. O'Daniels. I can't imagine finding anybody any better than he is. And I can't imagine recovering from something as serious as those 2 procedures are any better than I recovered. and that was all due to Dr. O'Daniels.